All local, all morning. You're watching Fox 61 Morning News.
Now at 6, the search is on for a hit-and-run driver in Bristol after a man in his 60s was hit last night while walking. We'll have the latest on the search effort and a live report with Glenn Kittle. But first, we want to say good Thursday morning. Glad you're with us on Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus. I'm Bridget Burelow.
And America Areas, thanks for checking in. Now, if you're looking for school closings and delays, they are scrolling at the bottom of your screen. We do have delays this morning. You can also get them on fox61.com and also our news app. We're tossing things over to Rachel. People have to be mindful when they step outside. You might be like sort of rushing to your car. Don't rush because that's
slippery.
Yeah, I almost ate it this morning.
Yeah, I mean, I saw on my drive-in lots of spin-outs and also some jackknife tractor trailers. So just give yourself a little extra time this morning. Those slick spots not only on your back decks, porches, and first steps out the door, but also could be on those side roads, even on our interstates this morning. So slick spots this morning. We also have some areas of fog that should burn off as the sun continues to come up here in the 6 o'clock hour. But we have a warmer stretch the next couple of days, and it's finally calmer as well. On our satellite and radar picture, things are quiet. Taking a look at the visibility, it is much better than about 4 or 5 o'clock this morning, but taking a look still down to about a half a mile visibility in Meriden and down to about 2 mile visibility in Hartford. So that's something to just be mindful of as we have our numbers that are below freezing this morning. Temperatures are below freezing, and our wind speed is anywhere from 3 to about 6 miles per hour. So it's not adding too much to our real feel now, but it's around 33 in Waterbury, but 22 in Meriden, 21 in Willimantic, and 27 in Norwich right now. So planning your day today, plan for a mix of sun and clouds. Temperatures will get up into the upper 30s to right around 40 degrees this afternoon. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. 41 in New Haven, 42 in Brantford, 44 degrees in Middletown later on, and we'll be in the low 40s towards Mystic and even towards that quiet corner this morning. 42 in Avon, and in the icebox, Winstead will be around 39 degrees. Next couple of mornings, though, watch out for that black ice as we do have temperatures that'll be in the 40s, so above freezing for several days, but then overnight lows will drop back below freezing. 43 on Friday, beautiful. Near 50 degrees on Saturday, another beautiful day. But we have a colder snap that comes back into the forecast for early next week. We'll have more details on that coming up in just a bit. Here at 6:02, we are following, as I mentioned, a couple of issues on the roadways because of the icy conditions out there now. And so heads up for folks, this is going to be a jackknife tractor trailer in Basra out by exits 33 and 32 this morning, causing some delays there. And we also have this closure eastbound, 84 in Manchester, the off-ramp to exit 62. That's going to be 62 to Buckland Street. That is blocked off because of a crash, as well as you're jumping westbound 384 off ramp to 84 in Manchester. Erica.
Rachel, thanks. 6:03 right now. And one man is in the hospital this morning after a hit and run. It happened near Emmett and Broad Street in Bristol. We're checking in with Fox 61's Glenn Kittle. He's live near the scene of the crash. Glenn, what do we know so far about what happened there?
Yeah, good morning, Erica. Right now, the scene on Emmett and Broad Streets is pretty clear as compared to last night, where police closed a part of this intersection to conduct their investigation into this pedestrian crash. I just looked on the Yukon Crash Repository website to look at some crash data from this intersection. Over the past 3 years, there's been 7 crashes here, as compared to a study that was done back up 10 years ago that showed 150 plus crashes. So this is a busy intersection. However, over the past couple of years, not many crashes seen on this intersection. Now, on to what we know so far about the investigation into this pedestrian hit and run. We're told that the victim is a 63-year-old man who is in the hospital with serious injuries. We are told, however, from police that he was alert and conscious when first responders arrived. Now, the driver who hit him did flee the scene, and at this time, there's no suspect vehicle description from police. Now, we did notice that there are some cameras just above us here that point directly down at the intersection, so hopefully police can pull some video from there. But at this time, police are asking for the public's help. They're asking for people with any information to please contact them so they can help with the investigation. Live in Bristol, Glenn Kittle, Fox 61.
Well, this morning, a West Hartford family will lay their son to rest. 17-year-old Camden Siegel died Tuesday from his injuries in a shooting early Sunday morning. It happened in downtown Hartford.
And police say the shooting happened near the Lady on Ann-Uccello Street. Fox 61's Bristol is live in Hartford this morning. She has the latest on this very sad story and investigation. Priscilla.
Yeah, good morning, Bridget and Erica. Hartford police say the investigation is expanding as the community prepares to lay 17-year-old Camden Siegel to rest. Now, Hartford police say the shooting happened just before 2 a.m. Sunday on Ann-Uccello Street in Hartford. That's where officers found Camden Siegel unresponsive with a shotgun wound. He was rushed to the hospital in extreme critical condition and died Tuesday. Another victim in his 20s remains hospitalized and is expected to survive. Investigators say the shooting happened near a bar known as The Lady, and the Connecticut Department of Consumer Protection confirms it has opened an investigation into the establishment and says liquor control officials are in contact with the Hartford Police Department. Now, as that investigation continues, loved ones are remembering Camden for the life he lived. Funeral service.
All right, sounds like we lost Priscilla there. We'll get back to her later. But for now, happening today, Jonathan Anita is expected in a Torrington courtroom today for a critical ruling in the murder case of 11-year-old Jacqueline Mimi Torres Garcia. A judge is scheduled to decide whether there's enough probable cause for the state to proceed with murder charges against Anita. Prosecutors argue he participated in a conspiracy to kidnap and abuse Mimi, leading to her death by starvation and neglect. The mother of Mimi, her aunt, and Anita are all charged in that murder case. 6:06, while you were sleeping, Governor Ned Lamont deployed dozens of crews and equipment to help our neighbors with snow cleanup.
Yeah, they're heading to Rhode Island and Massachusetts. We're checking in with Fox 61's Joe Monty. He caught up with crews leaving this morning from Wethersfield. How was their departure?
Good morning to you both. It seemed to go pretty smoothly here. It was a really well-coordinated effort. We spoke to Josh Morgan from the Department of Transportation, which you'll hear about in a little while. He told us about some of the efforts this morning, but crews, as you said, left their Wethersfield garage around 4 a.m. this morning, and they're headed towards Massachusetts and Rhode Island. If you look at your screen now, you can actually see video of the crews this morning before they left. There's 125 drivers and mechanics and more than 80 pieces of equipment that left the state as part of a mutual aid request by Governor Ned Lamont as a combination of multiple garages around the state through the Emergency Management Assistance Compact. Now, 20 pieces of equipment left this station, and about 40 crew members did as well. Crews from several garages around the state left at about the same time. In a statement from Governor Ned Lamont, he praised these hardworking people, and among other things, he said that our CTDOT crews worked around the clock in the storm's aftermath to get Connecticut's roads clear and safe for all travelers, and I appreciate that they have accepted this mission to provide support to our neighbors. Their tireless dedication and commitment makes us proud. Now, Connecticut DOT crews will be working closely with Rhode Island and Massachusetts DOTs to give the best support possible. This crew in Wethersfield is headed specifically to Fall River, Massachusetts, and will work 24-hour shifts, 12 on and 12 off, through Sunday, March 1st. Josh Morgan told us how the crews are feeling ahead of this big job.
Tired, but they are, good to go. They know that this is the job. They know that they need to be called in at a moment's notice, that it's a 24/7, 365 job. But really what motivates them is making sure that these roads are safe for the public. They're not just clearing roads, for the people and businesses of Connecticut. They're clearing it for their family, their friends, their communities. They live and work in the areas around their home garages. So this is personal.
Josh Morgan says that this is one of the largest out-of-state DOT responses in recent memory. Now, when the crews will return, that's a good question. They're working at least until Sunday, March 1st, but it all depends on the type of inclement weather we get here in the state, and he has said that Connecticut is their top priority. So if they have to call these crews back, they're only in Massachusetts and Rhode Island, so they can be called back with short notice. We'll keep you updated with the latest. For now in Wethersfield, Joe Monty, Fox 61.
All right, Joe, thanks. I know they need the help for sure. 6:09, this is police dash cam video from a car crash over the summer that involved former WWE CEO Vince McMahon. State police say McMahon was driving more than 100 miles an hour on the Merritt Parkway. And take a listen to a portion of his interaction with the state trooper who pulled him over.
The person was right in front of you. There's got to be a reason you hit him.
No, I haven't been driving my car in God knows how long.
It was right in front of you. You went straight at it at 100 miles an hour. I'm just making sure you're not having a medical condition or anything. Do you need an ambulance?
No.
When asked again why he was speeding, McMahon told the state police detective that it was his granddaughter's birthday and that he was on his way to see her. Vince McMahon was cited for reckless driving and following too closely. No one was seriously hurt in the crash.
6:10 now, and Connecticut has the second largest income gap in the nation, right behind New York. A new census-based study found households need $344,000 a year to rank in the top 10%, nearly triple the state's median income of just under $96,000. While Connecticut has one of the lowest poverty rates nationwide, more than 365,000 people still live in poverty. Experts say the divide, including stark racial income gaps, underscores a deep and persistent inequality in the state. Connecticut hospitals are starting to rebound financially, but many are still on shaky ground this morning. The Office of Health Strategy has released its fiscal year 2024 report. In the 158-page report, it shows operating margins improved compared to the heavy losses hospitals faced after the COVID-19 pandemic. But costs for labor, supplies, and medications remain high, and Medicaid reimbursement still does not fully cover the cost of care. State officials say recovery is underway, but several hospitals, especially smaller and safety net facilities, are still facing that financial pressure. The Connecticut Hospital Association says it's looking at the state legislature for solutions. It says, quote, the governor's proposed state budget provides no meaningful relief from Medicaid underpayment and advances policies, including a Connecticut option government-run health plan proposal that risk further weakening hospital financial stability.